G'day guys, DM Stevro here from Tactical Tiles, and in today's video we're going to be looking at some of the things I've created, and I'm going to show you a layout that pretty much showcases most of the things I build. Yeah, it's going to be great, check it out. Okay guys, so here you can see the layout that I've done. This is just on my kitchen table, and I think I'll just run you through each of the different pieces and show you a little bit about the build. This is a build that I've put together for a group, and yeah, I think they're going to like it. Let me know what you think in the comments, I suppose, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the first scene is here at the bridge. If you've seen my recent crafting video, I show you how to build this bridge. It's very simple. It's just a cork construction, but it comes together quite nicely and looks good on the table. Again, cork tiles for the bases. I like to use these for larger overland maps. They just make it a lot easier to move terrain around, such as the mountains and things like that. So in this scene here, the adventurers have just arrived at the river, and was meant to be a waterfall here. Haven't got around to that yet. There's the cave mouth here and the bridge. So obviously they can go across the bridge here to have a bit of a combat with the hill giant over there, and then once they enter through the ruins and into the small shack thing over there, obviously there's a nice little dragon waiting for them to have a play with. Moving through the mountainside and through one of the cave entries is the cave system. So you know the guys are going to come through. They're going to fight this bugbear here. And you can see these caves that I've designed. They're quite good. I like them. They're really easy. Look, they're super modular. They're just literally, they're basically on little bases, just like any miniature. So you can just kind of like drop them down anywhere you want, and you can easily maneuver them around. They're not fixed to the board, so they're not like some strange magnetic stuff that's kind of like fixed in place. These are just really simple. You just like pick them up and move them where you want them to go. They sit there really easy. You would expect, I suppose, that they would fall over, but they really don't. They're quite stable at the table. So, you know, here you can see I've got quite an expansive set of these. Now, these didn't take much printing at all. They took a bit of time just due to the nature of 3D printing, but the actual material used, very limited amount of materials, probably a half of a kilo roll, so maybe 500 grams of PLA in this entire cave set here. Obviously I've just come along after they've been printed and painted them all out in a bunch of different colors and stuff to try and match up with the cave floor tiles that I'd made earlier. The house over here has been built with my 3D modular house tiles. So once again, these are easy. They just sort of snap into position. You can sort of twist them around any way you want. I've shown these in the past, but this is all new to some people, I suppose. Again, the print files will be available for anyone who wants to print these themselves. They come in a range of different varieties, and they're, yeah, I mean, what can I say? You print them out, you can change them however you want. You can figure anything you want. They just snap together with magnets if you want to put magnets in the bases. It's entirely optional. You don't have to put magnets in them. I just find that having the magnets in the bases helps lock them together and on the table and stuff like that. So I find it easier to put magnets in it. Again, the magnet bases that I've designed are free. They're available on Patreon at no cost. You can just jump on there and download them and print them out to your heart's content. Yeah. Like I was saying before, I've got these mountain sections here. Also, these I modelled on the 3D software and printed them out. I'm really happy with them. I like their playability. Creatures can stand on top of them quite easy, so it's not just about playing on the flat surface, but you can also get a bit of elevation, you know. So they're quite easy. They're lightweight. They're super easy to drop down anywhere you want to play. I'll chuck these up on Patreon as well for my supporters. so you can print them out yourselves. On the other side of the caves here, I've got the start of my sort of dungeon stuff, you know. So these are my magnetic dungeon tiles. Again, they just all clip together, nice and simple. To begin with, over here we have the ruined dungeon look. Again, these are all available on Patreon. Then it sort of moves into this more traditional style dungeons with the brick walls and things like that. We've got a couple of doors here, and then we kind of move across and we've got some of the chunky dungeon designs. So these are more like a larger, thicker wall. Just got like a brick surface on it. You could paint these up any way you wanted, you know. I just haven't got around to painting them in a really good scheme or anything. I like these because these are 2x1 tile, so they kind of fit nice in the grid. Keeps everything nice and straight and even. These tiles here, these ones are 2x1s, and the wall sits on the tile, so you know you lose a little bit of tile, but it's fine, you know. Kind of more the dwarven forge style traditional way of designing tiles, I suppose. I've got like a bit of a specialty tile here. This is just a floor grate. The grate actually comes out. It's quite pressed in at the moment, but you can move that out. So if you wanted to, you know, venture down into the sewers or something like that, that's available. This is a little pillar piece. It's actually part of the steps, but I've just put it there as a pillar. Pretty easy. Coming up the stairs, you're coming into the vaulted dungeon room. So I use the vaulted dungeon room style of walls. Again, these are all fully modular and just clip together. I use those to do sort of boss rooms, you know, and in here I've got my sigil floor, which is a 4x4 dungeon tile. Again, magnetic base. So yeah, there's a groovy little dark thing coming out of there being summoned by the evil wizard. So yeah, cool as. So yeah guys, this is my dungeon again. I'm just going to show you real quickly how this works, just so if you're not familiar with it. So here we've got our magnetic pieces, and again they really easily just sort of lock together. They just hold in there with magnets. You can flip them around, move them, change them, do what you want to do with them. And then when you're done, you just drop them into location. I mean, it's pretty simple. You could put these on a piece of board and fly them in a setup, you know, or you could build them as you go. So it really depends, you know. Maybe your characters have been walking through this area here and they find a secret door here. That's fine. You can just remove that and drop in a secret door. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. All of these designs that are like this that I've done are all modular, so they all link in together. You can see this corner here and this corner here, they're different corners, but they both can fit in the same spot, you know, and they both look kind of okay in there. I don't have any real issues with it. With the mix and match stuff, just really comes down to what you want to use them for and where you want to paint, and you know, the way you want them to look, basically. That's it. So yeah, there you go guys, that's the modular dungeon pieces. The caves are a little bit different. I'll just shimmy over. So the way the caves work is I just use them on these mats here. I don't go with the dungeon blocking system like this for caves, because I find caves are better suited to a more organic look, similar to this. So you can see here we've got a cave entry. You can remove that and now you've just got a straight through piece. It's really simple. It just basically drops down. They're very similar to the minis where they just have a base. As you can see, the pieces are just a base like a mini. So basically imagine it just a whole bunch of minis laid out on the table. It's super easy to change something. So if you want to make this you know, like a larger cave or something like that, you just remove the pieces that's it. Now you have a large cave. If you want to make the cave again, you can just put the pieces back. It's so easy. Yeah. So that's it. So there you have it, guys. There's my dungeon layout and all my bits and pieces. As you can see, it's really simple stuff. I like to keep things really easy and simple. I find that the modular stuff just works the best. It's good on the large, like outdoor areas. I find having the built tiles works better. And when you get more into the dungeon areas where you've got kind of like straight lines and things like that, I find the dungeons that sort of clip together, you know, like on the magnetic bases, work best for me. All of these things are super easy to put together, super easy to move. You can fly them in on a board and just drop them down on the table, or you can build them as you go. It's a super easy sort of setup, you know, there's nothing difficult about it. All of my printed stuff, all the things I've designed for 3D printing are available on Patreon. So if you feel like you like what you see here and you'd like to support my channel and me as an artist, feel free to jump on there. Some of the stuff's free, some things require a Patreon donation, I suppose you could say. I mean, if you just jumped on there and did a 1 month sub, you could grab all my stuff pretty much, everything I've done up until now. So it's pretty cost effective, to be honest, and it helps support these videos and the content that I'm creating. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. Yeah, I hope you like it, and stay tuned for more stuff. You know, I'll be crafting more stuff, I'll be printing more stuff, painting. I'm planning on doing some live play videos with my guys, or maybe just some maybe just like a podcast type thing. I'm still undecided on that, but yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, like and subscribe, please. I really need the followers. And yeah, if you like what you're seeing here and you want to ask a question, or you just feel like you need to comment, do it down there. Do it. Just put a comment in. We love comments. Everyone loves them. Go for it. See you guys. Bye.